if you want to work, all for that. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money and my money is my money. I know so many girls in my life personally that have been with guys that weren't transparent about money, and they ended up being terrible in other aspects, and like people ended up breaking up in divorces. So that is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one. That means paying for the first date and everything. I know that it's rough out there, inflation. Like, I'm not saying to just like waste it on every single girl, but if a girl is special, you should be courting her properly.
All right, so that's clip number one. If you could just weigh in with your thoughts right now.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, like Akaash Singh he's like a even less funny Aziz Ansari, and he catapulted to a stage in his career where he's selling out theaters because he's the co-host of Andrew Schultz's podcast, who is also very lame, but is popular because he was on Rogan a bunch of times. But what's interesting is like our guy Brendan Cooney on Raccoon Tweeties on 10 Minutes of Shab, their Patreon, they did a response or reaction to Akaash Singh's stand-up special. And in the stand-up special, Akaash Singh is like giving a bunch of relationship advice. Fellas, my lady does this. Ladies are gonna do this, you got to do that. And it's interesting because like he is a proud he was a proud virgin until he met her, and he alleges in his stand-up special that she was also a virgin until she met him. I think we're gonna get into some of the sexual talk in a little bit, but I know she's been trying to like blow up her Instagram and her social media accounts for a while. Like that's like there's a concerted effort by everybody on the podcast, Andrew Schultz's podcast, to do that. So it's interesting because like you would think that there's some sort of control. You think that they would be like, oh, if we're gonna tell everybody to follow you, maybe don't say all this fucking crazy shit. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so here's the next clip. This was, I believe, her talking about her college years before she met her husband, Akaash, who is, again, a very public figure.
Too. I actually can't believe this is real.
Wait, okay, I have two butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder. This was before Bumble or Hinge. Like this was like in the OG days of the app. And this guy, he was like some how do you say, half Asian, like baddie. Wasian. That's the word. Yeah, Wasian. Actually in the Bay. That's when I was living in the Bay Area. And I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore.
Oh, hell no.
Dog.
Bro.
I mean, do you really need to say that publicly?
But what the hell, boy?
Yeah, that's
I mean, I realize that, it's a little hypocritical of us because we're very open and honest about everything in our personal lives and everything. But I mean, if her husband is the sole benefactor in their relationship and his credibility basically means everything, dude, you are destroying this guy's career.
I mean, it's just so embarrassing, dude.
It's humiliating.
Like, oh God, dude. I mean, I do understand girls talking about their hoe days, their hoe era, and times where they where they were living it up, but the thing is, like, he's been selling her as this chick who was also a virgin when they first started dating, so it's like, yo, you can't have butthole stories if you're also a virgin, It's like a nuts, dude.
Ronald Mexico says Ronald says anal fissures.
Yeah. Yes. An issue plaguing all of us these days.
That's right. It does unfortunately get worse for our guy Akaash.
Oh God.
women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period.
Akash, who is his
Sometimes I
is like loyal through and through.
Okay.
sometimes I
Okay, so
get
real quick,
so
stop it, real quick. I look, I'm not a fan of anybody in this. I'm not a fan of Myron Gaines, Fresh and Fit podcast. I'm not a fan of Andrew Schultz, Akaash Singh, any of them. But this is where the beef started from.
Okay.
I forget what happened, but Andrew Schultz and them, they called out Fresh and Fit podcast for being like hypocritical in their message because they they put down a certain type of people and blah blah blah, and so they had a very confrontational interview with them on Andrew Schultz's podcast.
Okay, I see, because I saw a clip of them all sitting in the same room together, so I was curious about that.
Where they're like calling them out on like, yeah, but these jokes are too far. And Myron Gaines and the other dude were like, yo, you guys call yourselves comedians, like who are you to tell us like what jokes are too far, what is not, and they were all good.
Well, it is kind of funny, the white comedian telling the person of color that his jokes are too far.
right, yeah. And it was a very contentious interview. I didn't watch, but I saw highlights. And then and so like there's been like weird beef between them ever since, like Myron Gaines will mention Andrew Schultz. One time Andrew Schultz was on that fucking idiot retard Patrick Bet David's podcast, and he sent in a super chat like, hey, tell my friend, like sarcastically, that Andrew Schultz, that he needs to know about this and that. And Patrick Bet David was like, oh, are you friends with him? And Andrew Schultz like got super triggered by it. So anyways, so they have this whole history. And I think that Akaash Singh like sent a shot over at Myron Gaines. And then Myron was like, all right, you know what? That's it. I'm going to expose your whore of a wife, So that's where this started from.
That makes so much sense. That's great context, Oathman. Thank you for that. Yeah, and Myron Gaines, if I understand correctly, is kind of one of those Andrew Tate types where it's like, women are only good for having sex with, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
So
feels
he's
a lot of Nick Fuentes points.
Yeah.
He's like, I also hate is, you know what I mean? Like he just says what he says, but as like a black person.
Yeah, just a couple of truth tellers. All right.
Is like loyal through and through.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I'm acting.
Oh, dude. I mean, why? I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I mean, she probably had a lot of fun when she was doing it, for sure. It's weird because like we also do a podcast, and I also try to say like outlandish things like that are semi-truthful, So on one hand, I can see where she's coming from, telling crazy shit like this for views and, but on the other hand, I'm like, yo, you gotta, if my vagina, if Jessica was like, had her own podcast and would talk about me a lot, I would kind of be careful with the shit I say that's semi-related to her,
Yeah.
Especially if she had a much more popular podcast than I do.
Plus, most of these clips are just individual TikToks. It's not like she's sitting down for an hour, just trying to pepper in zings wherever she can fit them. She's grabbing her phone, holding it up to her dumb face, and she's going, all right, let me think of the most fucking horrific thing from my past that I can say out loud to the public in the next minute. Like it's premeditated in a way.
Yeah, you can't be I mean, I'm assuming that he wants her to be the mother of his kids, You can't be saying shit like that on TikTok.
Now,
yeah, maybe you can. I don't know,
Corey wants to know, when was Oathman's popping his pussy phase?
Bro, freshman year at Temple, dude. I was fucking popping that shit every other night, dude.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines.
no.
And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches. Okay, I have 2 butthole stories. So one time I met this
Hell
guy
no.
on Tinder.
All right. So, I mean, she's talking to this other whore friend of hers saying, I would love to have sex with your husband.
Oh, dude, wait. What is his name? Hang on.
His name
I gotta
is
find
Nav.
this guy.
There is a clip of them all in the same room together. These 2 chicks, this guy Nav, this girl's husband, and then Akaash. I think I couldn't find that clip though, because I think Akaash is having a lot of them wiped from the internet. He's in a full-blown panic, and he's doing the Brendan Schaub move. This is what Barbara Streisand affected Brendan Schaub. When people started talking shit about him, he went to YouTube and was like, YouTube, please take that clip down of them making fun of me.
Oh God, dude.
And that's what he's doing. So a lot of these clips are kind of disappearing. So you got to kind of find like medleys here and there.
Well, it's just, it's interesting because, like, first of all, everybody is thinking, did this bitch lie to him saying she was a virgin when they first started dating? Like, it's coming across that way,
Right.
But also, like, I've got some pretty debaucherous stories from college. I don't talk about him like that. And I also like hollering at somebody's significant other, not hollering, but like indirectly being like, I want to fuck your significant other, is I don't know, it just seems like a bit too much, like
It's just,
because she's serious about that shit, right?
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Thank God. I almost canceled the entire show. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's just so crazy. And it's the fact that, like, she's so into herself that because she doesn't think of how she's being perceived in this or how it negatively impacts people's image of her husband, who is, as she admits, making all the money in the house.
Yeah.
Which, as a guy who is not the one making all the money in the house, I've got probably an interesting perspective on all this. But
yeah.
I don't know. I guess maybe this is how Cass perceives me.
Maybe, but at least you don't brag about it, on IDM.
I'm just down here, as she says, having sex with my gay friend Oathman on a podcast. Maybe
is that what she says?
Maybe that's what she thinks been going on the whole time.
I mean, I guess in a way, yeah. I guess we are having sex with each other. Okay, so this is Jasleen admitting she's in it for the money.
Yeah, I mean, each clip is just almost worse than the last.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
I think I'm like 57 now to like 43 female to male, and I'm like so happy. Like, get that toxic shit out of here. I was trying to find all the comments on the prenup video I made, but I ended up blocking a lot of those guys because they're fucking toxic anyways, and like my page is just for the girls. And also, like, I was half kidding, but the fact that they take it so fucking seriously, like, okay, like if my partner wanted to come to me and have like a reasonable conversation, like obviously I would hear him out. But it's like, also, fuck you. Like, if you think I'm just in it for the money, okay, yeah, I'm in it for the money. But the funniest thing to me is like when guys think it's insulting to call me mid. Like, beauty is subjective. Like, why would I be offended if you call me mid? Like, you're basically just saying, okay, I find you of average attractiveness, but you're just not attractive to me. God fucking forbid. Like, why would...
All right. I mean,
she's so annoying.
She's so fucking annoying. Dude, this reminds me, and I can't get away from this. This is like watching the Bobby Lee Kalila thing all over again.
Oh, God, you're right, dude.
Remember that?
Yeah. Like, they have no humility. Aside from being able to call themselves whores, they have no humility whatsoever.
Right.
That's like the limit. That's like where the rubber meets the road as far as their ability to like make fun of themselves. Sure, I fucked tons of guys, but like anyone calling me ugly, I mean, I guess that's just, you're fucked up for doing that. That's on you. It's like, yo, it stops being funny when you start taking shit personal. But it's also weird how you don't take, you don't take your relationship seriously enough to fucking withhold any of this fucking embarrassing information.
Yeah. For people that don't know, just a brief recap on the Kalila Bobby Lee fiasco. Bobby Lee hosted a podcast with his wife for, I don't know, years, right?
Yeah, girlfriend.
And then at one point, while the show was getting seriously popular, starting getting in like those million view ranges, she just takes a break from the relationship and goes and starts dating another guy and then doesn't quit the podcast. She just shows up and keeps doing the show with him every week, and he has to sit there and act like he's okay with it. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Pretty fucking weird.
Okay, you guys, I have really good news. So for the longest time, I told my husband he couldn't look at me until he got to 1 million followers because, like, who the fuck are you if you don't even have 1 million followers on Instagram? And guess what?
I'm looking.
And now he can look at me. Because before I was like, you don't even have 1 million followers, don't look at me. So congratulations to Akaash on 1 million. Some of you guys, I'd be like, Jasleen, what did you do to contribute? Everything. I'm pushing buttons behind the scenes.
She does push buttons. I'm pushing the buttons, aka pain in my ass.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude.
It's like sickening. Oh,
You know what's funny, dude? I don't know if you've been to his Instagram, but like, of course, all of the accounts or all of the posts just have shit about his, like, all the top comments are about his wife. Like he's promoting this Radio City Music Hall show, which I'm sure he deserves. I'm sure his talent is that of other performers who have put on shows there.
yeah. Radio City Hall, Music Hall. You're talking about Dave Chappelle, Shane Gillis, George Carlin.
So look, this is his most recent post a week ago, which is also telling. Radio City Music Hall, tickets on sale now. Da, 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 da. Why would anyone buy tickets to any Akaash show? You will just be paying for his wife's many purchases. Bro, take a short break from posting. You deserve better, man. Bro, at this point, just hang out with Adam 22. Y'all can both fake it and act like it doesn't bother y'all. Akaash Singh.
Akaash Singh.
Virgin with a roster is crazy. Talking about his wife. Akaash can't go nowhere without dealing with his disrespectful wife and comments about our relationships. Oh, that's funny. That's a Bobby Green, by the way, UFC fighter. But I didn't know this about him. Look at this picture, dude. I didn't know he was a former fat kid. Oh shit. I might have to be on his side now.
Yeah, you got to reevaluate.
Fuck, dude.
But this is what I'm talking about, dude. I mean, it is literally torching his entire career. And I don't know if she intended to do that. Like maybe she's looking for a way out in the relationship. She had mentioned at one point she has a prenup. So maybe she's just trying to light his career on fire to the point where he divorces her. Otherwise, the end result is it's just 1 million internet trolls unleashing the fury on this guy on every post that he makes, everywhere he goes. I saw another clip where he had some dude heckled him at his own comedy show. It was like, dude, leave your wife.
You a bitch.
Yeah, it's reached a critical mass point to where like enough people have found out about this that it can't be ignored. So where do you go from there if you're him? You have to divorce your ass.
Say something. You got to be like, yo, you got to at least say something where she's the butt of the joke. And you're like, yo, I know, guys, my fucking wife is she's a sloot. You know what I mean? Or just be like, all right, guys, here's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just ignore it and pretend it goes away. That dude, that is like a perfect example of why I am so annoyed at the state of comedy right now, because these dudes are like in this cool, it's all just like a cool kids club, and you're not allowed to make fun of certain people, say certain things because you get offended. You're not allowed, like, there are so many things that are taboo and off limits in the world of comedy where these guys are supposed to be like the defenders of free speech. It's like, yo, how can anyone take you seriously as like someone who will talk about anything and everything under the sun when you can't even breach, like you can't even broach the subject of Joe Rogan being not that funny, or you know what I mean, your wife getting called out for being a huge skank. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's an
it's not
integrity
real.
issue for you. Yeah, and that's the other thing. This guy Akaash, apparently, like a third of that show is just him commenting on other people's relationships. So this guy has been a complete fucking poser the entire time.
Right.
Getting fucking cucked by his wife on the internet. What a pussy.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Kevin says, I guess she and Bill Belichick's girl are of the same mindset. Yeah, it is really similar to that. That's
Did you see Bill Belichick recently? What he's doing?
No.
Oh my God, dude. Hang on. Let me just show you this real quick. So Bill Belichick was recently photographed at an event for his 24-year-old girlfriend. You know where they were at? She is in some she's in some like adult league cheerleading class or team. And he was there sitting in the audience cheering on his fucking his girlfriend in some like fucking rec league cheerleading shit.
Dude, it's like what was that TV show with the little girls that were the pageant contestants?
Oh yeah. Dance Moms or something like that.
Not Dance Moms, but yeah, I mean, you get the idea.
I think that Honey Boo Boo got discovered on.
Yeah, this is what that looks like. They're all dressed like little girl kids. It's weird.
Dude, it's so embarrassing. He's like 93. What is he doing there?
Oh. Talk about being publicly humiliated by your fucking woman, dude.
I know, dude.
Like, I remember when the college football season started too, there was a clip of like her on the sideline. Like, what the fuck are you doing down there? The guy's trying to coach a football game.
Yeah.
Dude, he's just giving it all up for that young sniz.
Bro, it must be amazing though. You know,
it's got to be the best sniz.
Props to him.
He's literally torching his own Hall of Fame coaching career just for that young sneeze.
That's what he did it for, dude. He did it all for the nookie, you know.
All right, I got one last clip for you.
Okay.
All right. We love this guy. Crack Amico. He's like a comedy rapper. Very similar. I've said this in the past, and I mean it with love and respect. I honestly think that this guy is doing what you should be doing, or should have been doing.
I wish if I had any fucking focus and drive.
But anytime there's anything going on in the comedy podcast circuit, he'll just put out a quick rap about it. His freestyle on Dave Portnoy was so funny.
Yeah, the one about the Riyadh Comedy Festival was so good too.
That was so good. So this one he put out about this Akaash situation. We just sample it a little bit.
Okay.
Stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I'm thinking, all right, bro. Can we grow up?
I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
You know it's hard out here for a sin. When you're trying to give your honey every sin. With all the flavored podcasts, money spent. We let the bros talking shit on Fresh and Fit. You know it's hard out here for a G. When you find out that you're woman for the streets. Is it really worth the bombs and machine? You getting scum blooded, please be married. In my eyes, times I done seen some crazy things from these jigs. Guess the marriage didn't go how they arranged it to be. Say his name, I regains, put you in a headlock. Motherfucker turned a red pill into a red dot. Headshot, Dred Scott, never seen this type of whipping. Got you tripping, gave her 2 rings like a gymnast. Now she flipping, caught you slipping. Need to stop the ticky-tocking, clock is ticking to that hoe. Drop a phone, hit the kitchen, do the dishes. Drop a special full of some hack bits. Ironically named it gaslit. That's some sad shit. Need to head back to the gas pump where your dad is. If you ain't gon' keep your hands strong, then drop the black scent. Fuck that shit, I hope you rise and turn to a savage. No more buying them Birkin bags when they come with baggage. You was trying to hone your craft, she was with them frat kids. They was busting out of back while they playing Madden. Man, I ain't trying to make you mad, I hate that this happened. Time to take off on your carpet, gotta drop the Jasmine. That's what happens when you go 30 years of life and never get none. Looking like a boo don't mean you need to be a simp, son. Cash, please keep your cash free.
Yeah.
On the other side, the grass green with no Jasleen. Need to wake up from this bad dream. She only love you for your name. Guess it must be all the bundles of cash to make her sing. You're a king, you just need a real queen for the throne. Independent brown baller and your money is your own. She ain't working, cooking, cleaning, don't contribute to your home. All she do is take away from what you grown. I say brown boy, sell it quick. Got bitches wanna check, leash tight, no slack. Time to take that pussy back. Go and seize on that bitch. Her soul rotten, can't spray no Febreze on that shit. Gotta unbelieve what the fuck you mean, don't need no dominance. At least remove her internet. She lacking basic intellect. You hate her, but you love her when you get her right. She slipping left and right when you give lip. She got you missing pecs and kissing next. She giving sex, stop giving checks. Someone should be giving next. And that's on God, on repeat. But you flagrant, young and rich. There's lots of queens for you to meet. That won't play you like a fool, even make you something to eat. Full transition from the sipping to the fucking top G. Because it's hard out here for a sin.
Dude, that's so good.
I mean,
God.
He's so good at, like, you can respect that, right?
Dude, that's, yeah, of course, man. He's so much more talented than anybody in this equation. You know, like, that is legit funny. That is legit crafty, lyrics. Those, yeah, that's so good.
Now, would it surprise you if I told you that this video was on YouTube and then it mysteriously vanished?
Oh, hell no, dude. Are you serious?
This video is no longer available on YouTube.
Oh my God. What a fucking pussy, dude. Jesus Christ. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The state of comedy. You can't make fun of. Oh God. And it's not even like he holds like an insane amount of weight in the comedy world. It's just like he's connected to that is so fucking lame and annoying, dude. What I wonder.
He's gone full Brendan Schaub. He just can't take the fucking joning. So he's like, just remove it. Let me talk to my YouTube handlers. Because if you are powerful enough on YouTube, if you get enough views and make enough money for YouTube, you basically get like your own personal YouTube manager, right?
Yeah.
That manages your account. So they just hit that guy up and they go, hey, this is really damaging for my reputation. And there's many factual inaccuracies in it. So can you please pull it down?
Yeah, this is libel. This is what is it? What do they call it? Yellow journalism or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so gay, dude. Oh God.
Orange chicken journalism.
Yeah. Damn, that's so shitty. Yeah, and it's the most random shit ever. Like when Luke will post reactions analysis for UFC fights and stuff like that, it's the most random fights that the UFC will be like, nope, not allowed, take this video down. And so he'll have spent like 3-4 hours breaking down a fight and they're like, nope, you can't break this fight down, so yeah, YouTube is very random with who they decide to strike or take down for, but not random. Like you said, like if somebody has enough leverage behind them, they can get it done.
It's just so fucking gay to be like in comedy and to be like, you can't make fun of me for that. Like that's the reason you became a comic to begin with.
Yeah, dude. Like nothing
You
is
have
supposed to
an
be off
edge or a
limits.
sense of humor because you wanted to avoid getting made fun of your entire life.
Yeah, and that is not the way to deal with being made fun of for something. You don't censor you don't censor it. You don't get them in trouble for it, you know?
Yeah, you make fun of them back. That's the way to handle it.
Yeah.
Brad Paints this says Rogan ruined comedy. I don't want to get you on a Rogan tangent.
Yeah. No, don't
Rogan
worry.
ruined comedy the way the McDonald's ruined quality burgers.
Yeah.
Our
he's-
guy Slizat says she's got to be sexual napalm for him not to care about his reputation. I mean,
I think he's talking about Bill Belichick.
yeah,
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
difference. I mean, it's the same situation pretty much.
Well, I mean, maybe. What does Akaash Singh know about sex? You know, you're you know, Rico Suave compared to Akaash Singh. Literally had sex with one person, and she's had her butthole messed with by 2 Tinder dates.
It's so humiliating.
It's
man.
crazy. Yeah,
So
it's so
cringe.
embarrassing.
I got a feeling we're not going to hear the end of this.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, imagine that being the way you think that you'll fix a situation. People are making fun of my wife for being a sleut. I'm just going to pretend it's not happening, not post on social media, not respond to any of the comments that people are saying, and I will get anybody who makes fun of me for it struck on YouTube. Like that, so fucking lame.
Yeah, it sucks. It's just awful. I did, conspiratorial brain did kick in for a second, and I was like, well, they've got a lot of people talking about the show. Is it possible? Is it slightly possible that he's in on it?
No, dude. Oh my god. You and your fucking conspiracy theories, dude.
I mean, if he was, that would be the true representation of a cuck, and maybe he really is one. Maybe they're not just jokes.
Well, they're mortal enemies, him and that other dude who outed him. So
Iron Gaines.
yeah, so they would have to, come to some sort of agreement where he's like, all right, dude, well, you're gonna make fun of me and I'm gonna sell a bunch of tickets, like, and that would never happen.